There's a video on YouTube. You may have seen Coughlin 666's response to it called Erect for Gays. The actual video is called They Said, and it's for this Yes on One campaign. And it is to make it illegal for homosexuals to get married. And it's just really, really stupid. I mean, there's just no other way. Everything they say is just stupid. To quote Coughlin, it is a steaming pile of donkey shit, and I don't think I could put it any better than that myself. So we're going to get right into it. Here we go.
In the 2005 campaign, they said they weren't pushing for homosexual marriage, but now we know they were.
Literally, we launched this campaign back in 2005.
And who the fuck do they think they are? I mean, come on, if we give gays equal rights, then everyone will want them. And we all know what that would lead to.
Now they say they won't push teaching homosexual marriage to children in Maine schools.
Did I miss the day in school that we were taught marriage? I was taught what marriage is by my parents. And I'm betting you all were too. Not by your school. So they're going to start teaching homosexual marriage. How are they going to do that? Are they going to get up and tell everyone they have to have a homosexual marriage? Somehow, I don't think that's going to happen. Just my guess.
Yet they are already pushing gay-friendly books in preschools.
What's the argument here? I mean, are you looking at the titles? King and King. Heather has two mommies. I'd understand you being upset if they were titles like The Cock and the Cock and Heather's Mommy Eats Pussy, but one's a fairy tale about two kings falling in love, and the other is teaching that it's okay if your parents are the same sex. How is this offensive? How is one book that says, hey, if you want to be gay, that's fine, that's your thing. If you don't want to be gay, hey, that's fine too, whatever. Offensive. How is another book that says, don't be a dick to somebody just because their parents are gay? How is that offensive? I just don't understand how these people find it offensive. And more importantly, why should we care that they're offended? Don't you think it offends gay people to not be able to get married and have the same rights as straight people? Don't you think that might offend them just a little bit? And don't you think that their rights might be more than your sensibilities?
And hiring paid gay advisors in public schools.
How is it bad that they're hiring GSA advisors? The suicide rate for LGBT teenagers is just insane. Gary Ramafetti did a study in 1991. He's the assistant professor of pediatrics at the University of Minnesota and the author of Death by Denial, Studies of Attempted and Completed Suicide in Gay and Lesbian and Bisexual Youth. This study had 150 gay and lesbian youths in Minneapolis, and more than 30% said that they had attempted suicide at least once as a teenager. Mr. Ramafetti goes on to say, the youths who are at the greatest risk for suicide are the ones who are the least likely to reveal their sexual orientation to anyone. Suicide may be a way of making sure no one ever knows. It's homophobia that's killing these kids. So why wouldn't every school have a GSA advisor? Do you hate these people so much that you actually want them to kill themselves?
It's our kids who will suffer. Vote yes on question 1 to prevent homosexual marriage from being pushed on Maine children.
If this goes through, kids will suffer. No child should have to live in an area that promotes being a bigot. You have to choose between a straight kid learning that you shouldn't hate people because they're different, or an LGBT kid growing up thinking that there's something wrong with them. It's not a difficult choice to make. Everyone should vote no on this. Vote no on prejudice. Everyone deserves equal rights, and if you don't think that a group of people deserve the same rights as you just because they're different, then you're a bigot. End of story. You're no better than a racist or a sexist.